iBattle, what up? It's White Cheddar. We're a couple weeks away from Mutiny, so here are my predictions. Before we get into that though, I think God Awful might have brought this up at one point, but these battles are always going to be subject to opinion. So as far as making predictions goes, these predictions are as accurate as you decide they are. Now that we got that out of the way, let me tell you where to go, how to get there, and when to go there. It's Saturday, April 27th, 2013. Club Addiction, as per usual, 7 Phoenix Ave, downtown Waterbury, Connecticut. Doors open at 2, event starts at 3. Motherfuckers don't start showing up until 5 or 6. City Towers is the only one exempt, because he's the only one I know has to work. This event is 18 plus. Bring your IDs, they're not going to let you in without them. Now, we're not doing any online pre-sale tickets or anything like that. Not for this one. It's going to be simple. $10 at the door for guys, $5 for ladies. So all you motherfuckers out there who are cheap as hell and complaining that we charge too much at the door and nobody's going to go to these events even though we pack the house every time, now you have no excuses, okay? Leave the excuses up to all those fucking battle MCs who spit all that shit that goes over your head. Without further ado, the battles. Alright, we got a couple tryouts. We got Los Fidel versus Casino Kings. We also got D22 versus e.farrell. And I'm not going to predict either of these battles because D22 is the only person that I'm at all familiar with. And even then, he doesn't have all that much battle footage under his belt. So, I'm going to leave it at that for now. Alright, we got Brandon Ramos versus Wordplay. And, I mean, the way I see it, Brandon is too new to this shit. He's still trying to find his niche. He's still trying to get comfortable in the ring. Wordplay, I mean, he's a lot more experienced. He's been doing this a lot longer. He's done a lot more battles, and he makes music. So as far as the art of MCing goes, Wordplay's got the upper hand. But I feel like Brandon is hungrier and more determined. He just, you know what I'm saying, he just needs to get comfortable in the ring and start having a little more confidence in himself. So I'm going to lean ever so slightly towards Wordplay, but, you know, don't be surprised if Brandon fucks around and takes this one. j-dubbz versus JT Carib. I feel like I don't know enough about JT Carib to really call this one. I've only seen him battle once, and he was dope. He was good, but that's not enough for me to go on, especially since j-dubbz has at least 3 or 4 battles under his belt that I know of. Now, j-dubbz, his performance is still a little choppy. He's still got a little work to do, but trust me, I talked to him. I know he's going to do work. I can't call it, though. I don't really have enough information on either of them to really sway my opinion one way or the other. So I guess we're going to call it a toss-up for now. Sorry. Ghost versus Cognito. Alright. Thing is, Cognito's dope, but only when he wants to be. He has a tendency to show up to his battles unprepared, and halfway through the battle or halfway through one of the rounds he'll freeze up, and he'll either choke or he'll resort to freestyling. And it makes his performance really choppy, and it sort of interrupts the flow of how he was going when he started off. Ghost, on the other hand, he's steadily improving, and he responds very well to constructive criticism. You know, he listens, he pays attention to what people around him are saying, and I feel like he's putting in the effort to make sure that whatever battle he's in is going to outdo the last one. So, off the strength of that, I'm leaning towards Ghost. Cognito could take it if he stays on his shit, but I think Ghost is going to come more prepared, and Ghost 2-1, we'll say. Dinero versus Crime better be dope as fuck with all the shit talk these guys are doing. But I do think it's going to be a dope battle. Who do I think is going to win? Honestly, I'm thinking Dinero. Now, a lot of people were thinking for a while that Dinero is nothing but jokes and comedy and he can't be taken serious, but if you watch his battle with Daya, you'll see that he can mix up the jokes and bars pretty well. I think he can be funny and serious at the same time. He did so in the battle. He got his point across effectively. I liked it. Some people didn't. I did. I think if he steps his delivery up, then Crime could have a serious problem on his hands. Because to me, Crime's strongest weapon is his delivery. I think if De Niro stays on his shit, his bars could overpower that, but I ain't counting crime out. I'm just leaning towards De Niro based on what I know. We'll see. Doc Jones versus E.farrell. Due to conflict of interest, I don't believe that I can fairly call this battle. You know what I'm saying? I've been riding with the Doc LLS for like 5 years now. But I understand and acknowledge that E.farrell is a monster and a force to be reckoned with. So I'm gonna tell the Doc, just like I told Tommy Gunn, do not sleep on this motherfucker. Do not take this shit lightly. I'm sure by now I'm sounding like I got no faith in the Doc. That ain't the case at all. I just know when motherfuckers are up against something that, you know, should be taken serious. So, Doc, do fucking work. Hoodlum versus Fat Boy. We haven't seen either of these guys battle in quite some time, so it could be a safe assumption that either of them, if not both of them, are kind of rusty. But that may not necessarily be a given. Now, Hoodlum, he's got some dope sparring partners, you know what I'm saying? He fucks with PBX, so he's got Logic, God Awful, and K. Kendall, and motherfuckers like that to consult on bars and, you know, sparring partners and all that shit. However, Fat Boy, you know what I'm saying, he fucks with Self-Made, so he's got Hami in his corner. And Hami's been on fire lately. He's been on a fucking kill streak. Regardless of what motherfuckers want to say, that you cannot deny. Now, if these guys perform at all like they have in previous battles, I'm leaning towards Fat Boy. I just feel like he will put more effort and preparation into it. I feel like he takes this a little more serious. I'm not counting Hoodlum out. I kind of agree though with what Bunsey was saying. Like, we're just waiting on that one good performance to, you know, for Hoodlum to really make a name for himself and let motherfuckers know he a problem. Could it be this battle? Maybe, but I'm thinking Fat Boy. Dago Diablo versus Unk the Great. Alright. I guess these guys sort of have a similar style in the way they, in their delivery. I think Unk might have a slightly more polished delivery, but they both have that style where they like to take like a half hour's worth of bars and cram it into just a few minutes. So, I think performance, Unk is a little better, but bar for bar, I think Dago got this. Some people aren't really aware of how dangerous Dago is because he keeps getting ducked and keeps getting no-showed. I think his delivery needs a little bit of work, but he ain't never gonna be able to work on it if motherfuckers don't show up to their fucking battles. Stop ducking the motherfucker. That's all. I got Dago for this one. White Cheddar versus Dorico. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Truth be told, up until right now, I forgot that this battle was even on the card. Greedy Grimes versus James Joyce. Now, from what most people are saying, they think this is going to be the battle of the night. It's going to be the closest battle of the event. Most people can't call it. It's a toss-up for them. I'll just put it like this.
Sanka, you dead?
Yeah, man.
Young Steady versus Fast Lane Fast. I'm going with Steady with this one because he has to win this shit. At this point, he doesn't have much of a choice. You know, Fast Lane is dope. Alright, I fucks with Fast Lane, but he can afford to lose more than Steady can. Does that mean he's going to lose this battle? Not necessarily. I just feel like Steady's gonna take this one because he knows how serious it is and he understands that he has to fucking win. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Hazy versus Hami. And I think Hami's gonna take this one, and here's why. To me, it's not a matter of who y'all think can rap better, or who's got better bars, or any of that shit. Just that this battle was supposed to go down something like a fucking year ago. And the 2 times that this battle was canceled were on Hazy. Alright, the first time he canceled because he just wasn't motivated enough to write for him. The second time, I believe, was a transportation issue. I ain't pointing fingers and saying you fucked up, but Hami was there, Hazy wasn't. It is what it is. So at this point, this battle's got personal written all over it. So, you know, Hami's been ready to go since day one. So, I just feel like he's going to have a lot of crazy shit to say to Hazy that he's been waiting over a fucking year to say. Alright, aside from that freestyle battle that they've had in the parking lot. Alright, look that shit up if you want to know what the fuck I'm talking about. But, as far as battling styles, maybe I'm biased, because I'm more of a fan of Hami's shit. You know what I'm saying? He's more direct with his approach and his attitude, you know what I'm saying? He bullies you without getting angry and aggressive and all that shit. He's got a more straightforward approach. Hazy, he likes to play around with words, and I think he likes to experiment with schemes and shit like that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Who knows, though? Hazy, he's aware of what people are saying. He knows what the people want and what they don't want to see and all that shit. So, maybe he'll switch it up and catch everybody sleeping, but I don't know. I'm leaning towards Hami. Back to Dorico, though. This battle, make no mistake about it, was Dorico's idea. Sure, I accepted. I wasn't against the idea, and this wasn't the first time Dorico had brought this up. Since I've known him, he every now and then will just slip it in the conversation, hey, we should battle one day, or hey, we might battle one day. And I never told him, oh, yo, you're bugging, that ain't never gonna happen. I told him, yeah, might happen one day, who knows, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Double standard, myself and James Joyce had that 2-on-2. That day, he asked me if I'd battle him at Mutiny. Asked a few people, would y'all want to see it? They said, yeah, that'd be dope, you should do it. So then I asked Logic, yo, me and Dorico, what do you think? He was like, alright, cool, whatever. I asked him, alright, 2-minute rounds? Fine. And I asked Dorico more times than I can remember, are you sure? Are you positive? Do you want to do this? Can we do 2-minute rounds? And he was cool with everything. He was like, yeah, man, let's do it. Let's put on a classic. As soon as the battle's locked in, he started, I was only joking, you know? That was just a joke. I wasn't being serious. Dude, if you were only joking, you had plenty of fucking chances to change your fucking mind. I'm not guaranteeing a body bag. I ain't saying you trash, and I ain't saying you ain't gonna come with some crazy shit. I'm just wondering why you keep bringing that up if you're so fucking sure that you're gonna body me. If this whole fucking concept, this whole idea was just a joke, I mean, you've been talking about this shit for damn near 2 years. If you've been building up this joke for 2 years, and that was the punchline, I'm sorry, bro, but it's not funny. I hope you got something better for the battle that we have. Because when I get bodied, I want to get bodied by something that, you know, I can accept. I'll see you the 27th.